Good morning. Welcome to day 8 of the 21-day Ashtanga Yoga challenge. Excuse my face, it's bright and early for me for my practice today. But we're starting week 2 of the 21-day challenge. So last week we looked at all of the standing series, and now we're moving into the seated series of the primary Ashtanga Yoga sequence. So we'll do our standing. So we'll do our sun salutations to warm up, 5 A's, 3 B's, and we're going to work through all of standing. Remember to work within your own maximum, taking lots of modifications and options. If you need to sit and watch instead of do, that is also totally fine. The main priority is that you try and maintain your ujjayi breathing, even if you're just sitting here watching me do it. And then we'll go through into seated and look at the first 3 seated positions of the primary series. I think it's important to just notice that as we develop into the seated series, you'll see a similarity in position. So the first standing position is Palangustasana, which is a forward fold from standing. And then similarly, you'll notice that at the start of seated, after Dandasana staff pose, we come into a seated forward fold, and the seated series almost mimics the standing. So it's really interesting to watch and just become aware of that. Other than that, let's get going. So thinking about the breath work, moving in that rhythmic flow, thinking about where you look, try not to get too distracted by looking around, try and keep a fixed gaze, particularly when you hold positions. And the third thing that we will start looking at, but I'll talk about this at the end of this week, is our bandhas, and what are our bandhas, our energy locks. Very simply, slight pelvic floor contraction, lower belly or core is drawing in, and a neutral position through the chin. But we'll look at that a little bit deeper at the end of this week. So enjoy, let's get going. I think you need about 45 to 50 minutes for this. And I'll see you the other side. I've got my block and my belt. If you need them, please go ahead. Always nice to have them to hand just in case. Good. Starting at the front of your mat. Just take this up a little bit so you can see my head. Close the eyes, take a few moments just to ground down through the feet, arrive on your mat, let go of any expectations of the practice. Accept what is going to happen through your physical movement today without that need of judgment or that inner voice telling you that it's good or bad. Engaging your ujjayi breath from here. Take the hands to prayer, beginning our practice on an Om. Inhale here. Taking the hands by the side. Ekam, inhale, breathe in, lift the arms, Surya Namaskara. Dway, exhale, forward fold, nice and gently through the first one. Trini, inhale, rise to flat back or hands to shins. Chatwari, step to your plank position. See how that feels today. Maybe drop the knees as you lower through Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, step through, rise to flat back. Ashtanga, exhale, forward fold. Now I inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. Ekam, inhale. Due, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Supta, inhale, step it through, rise to flat back. Ashtanga, exhale, forward fold. Now I inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi. Slight contraction of the glutes. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, lower forward, relax the neck. Inhale, rise to flat back, roll the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale, step or jump to plank, shoulders over wrists, contract the glutes and lower down. Elbows tight to torso. Inhale, upward facing, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing, 5 breaths. 1, 2, softness in the shoulders. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step it through. Rise to flat back. Lift and lengthen, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing, lift the arms high overhead. And exhale, hands to side. 2 more. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, step or jump. Your feet to plank, engage the glutes and lower down. Inhale, upward facing, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing, 5 breaths. I think it's worth pointing out here, if you are doing this in the morning and you have done the previous 7 days, or maybe 4 or 3 days, your body might feel a little bit tighter. And that's really normal. The beautiful thing about the Ashtanga practice is that we practice the same sequence over and over again, and yet every time in our body it will feel completely different. Sometimes we'll fly through it with ease, and sometimes we'll feel every position. Take a deep breath, inhale, step it through, rise to flat back. It's really important to just recognize that exhale, forward fold, and not judge yourself. We're just moving in today's body. Exhale, hands to side. Last one. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to your flat back. Exhale, step or jump. Lower to your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. 5 breaths. 1. Deep ujjayi breathing, smooth and rhythmic. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, step or jump through, rise to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to side. Surya B. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to your flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step or jump to your plank and lower down. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adding on warrior 1 now. Step the right foot forward. Bend through the front knee, lift the arm. Remember, you can have the back knee bent to the floor. If that's easier for you, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot forward, warrior one. The back heel turns in and down. Ooh, square through the hips, lift the arms, breathe in. Exhale, release. Step back and lower down. For me, inhale, upward facing. This is where I begin to feel the heat of the sun salutations. For 1, 2. So it's at this point for me, I need to remember about my form and alignment. 3, when it gets a little bit challenging, I tend to want to cut corners. 5, so nice strong breath. Inhale, step or jump through. Rise to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale to stand. We're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. Dway, exhale, forward fold. Trini, inhale, rise to flat back. Chatwari, step or jump it back to your plank and lower through chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing. Shat, exhale, downward facing. Right foot forward. Lift the arms into your warrior one, Virabhadrasana A. Ashtanga, step back and lower down. Noah, inhale, upward facing. Desha, exhale, downward facing. Ekadasha, left foot forward, warrior one, lift the arms. Dvedasha, exhale, step back and lower down. Triodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale, 5 breaths. 1, of course, if you're particularly tired today, come to your knees and take a child's pose. 2, 3, recognizing in our body when we have the effort to push and when we need to take rest. 4, and 5. Panchadasha, step or jump through, rise to your flat back. Shodasha, exhale, forward fold. Saptadasha, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale to stand. We'll just do inhale and exhale, count for the last one. Inhale. Exhale. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Parangistasana, hands away. Step or jump the feet hip distance apart. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Peace fingers wrap around the big toes. Bend the knees if you need. Tip the bum forward. Try and get that straight line through the back of the body. Exhale. Release down. Crown of the head towards the floor. Elbows wide. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale to flat back. Hands under feet, Parahastasana. Inhale again. Exhale, forward fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, step or jump the feet together. Just going to face the other way so you can see better. Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, step the right foot back, face the back of your mat, lift the arms. Gaze over the right middle finger, breathe in. Exhale, reach forward and release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise up, right foot in, left foot out. Gaze over left middle finger. Exhale, release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise up, turn the left foot in, right foot faces the back. Right foot, right hand to waist, close this hip in, face the back of the mat. Breathe in, lift the left arm, revolve triangle, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Exhale, forward fold, hand to block, hand to shin or outside of front foot. Hand stays at lower back or lifts up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, rise to T, turn the other way. Left foot forward, right foot back. Lift the right arm. Exhale, forward fold. Take the hand to the floor or your block. Keep both legs straight. Lift the left arm or hand stays on waist. For 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to T. Exhale, step forward, Samastitihi. Extended side angle, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Inhale, step the right foot back, much longer stance. Bend the knee 90 degrees. Exhale, elbow to knee or hand to outside of front foot. Top arm over for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to T, right foot in, left foot out. Bend the knee, reach forward. Release the elbow to knee or hand to outside of foot. 1, gaze to the top fingers. 2, deep breaths. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to T. Exhale, release. Square to the back. Drop the left knee. Revolved extended side angle. Parivrtta Parsvakonasana. Inhale, lift the left arm. Take it across elbow to outside of knee. I'm going to slide my hand down to the outside of the front foot. Right hand to lower back and lift the leg for 1, 2, I'm going to stay here. You're welcome to lift the arms. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release. Hands to heart center, tuck the back toe. Inhale. Exhale, roll round, face the front, lift the back heel, drop the knee. Inhale, lift the right arm, exhale, take it over. Slide the back of the arm down, my hand is at the outside of the front foot, left hand to lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, step the right foot back, face the length of your mat. Nice long stance, toes forward if not slightly pigeon-toed. Prasarita Padmoktanasana, inhale, A to D. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands in line with feet. Crown of the head down for 1. Elbows drawing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale here. Prasarita B. Inhale, lift the arms to T. Exhale, hands to waist. Not the hips, lift them higher up. Inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulders back and down. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin. 1. Now we don't have the support of the hands. We may feel a little stronger through the legs. 3. Tip the weight forward into the toes. 4. 5. Work on the pelvic floor as you inhale, rise to stand. Exhale here. Prasarita C. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, take them behind the back. Take your belt if you need to create some more space. Otherwise, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Tuck the chin, lengthen the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, lift the chest, Prasarita D. Exhale, forward fold. Wrap peace fingers around the big toes. Rise to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Lift the elbows high for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, step forward, Samastitihi. Good. So now let's take the palms forward, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulders back, turn the thumbs down. Option 1, hands behind the back, hands to fists, or full prayer. Inhale, step the right foot back a short distance and roll round. Draw the left hip forward, right heel back, hip back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, straight spine, lengthening over the right leg for 1. Right hip drawing back 2. Lift the elbows high, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, turn around, face the front of your mat. Right hip draws back to socket, left hip rolls forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold over the left hip. 1. Squeeze the outer edges of the hips towards one another. 3. Unclench the toes. 4. And 5. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, release the hands. Step the feet forward. Samastitihi. Our standing balance positions from here. Take your belt if you need. Otherwise, peace fingers around big toe. Otherwise, the knee is bent. Weight into the right foot. Sorry, weight into the left foot, left hand to waist. Take a breath in, extend the leg. 1, 2, relax the shoulders down. 3, 4, 5, breathe in. Exhale, externally rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back to the midline. Exhale, hands to waist, point the toe. 2, 3, lift the leg. 4, 5, exhale, release. Well done. Straight onto the other side. Weight into the right foot, fixed gaze. Lifting the left knee, belt around the foot or fingers, peace fingers around big toe. 1, straight legs. 2, unless you're bending the knee. 3, 4, 5, inhale. Exhale, externally rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale back to the midline, hands to waist, point the toe for 1, 2, deep breathing. 3, 4, 5. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. So option is your tree pose, balancing the heel on the ankle, squeeze the bum, open the hips, foot to calf or thigh, or scooping that scooping that heel, working for the external rotation, making sure that there's no niggles in the ankle or the knee. You can stay here or point the toe. Try not to crunch through the inside of the ankle, press the knee away. Take the right hand behind. 1, forward fold option if your hand can reach behind and grab the big toe. 2, not for me today. 3, 4, 5. Inhale and exhale. Good. Straight onto the other side. Weight into the right foot. Tree pose, Vrikshasana on the left side. Work on the external rotation. Otherwise, palms face up. This scoop the heel. Think about it coming to the navel. Stay here. Otherwise, point the toe. Take the foot into the crease of the opposite groin. Press that knee down. 1. Any aches or pains, niggles through the ankle, through the knee, come into an earlier version. 3. Breathe deep. 4. 5. Well done. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Step to the front of your mat. Samastitihi. Let's vinyasa Surya Namaskara A to Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, step or jump and lower through. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Rise to tiptoes, look forward, exhale. Inhale, jump through, bend the knees, lift the arms, Utkatasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, step or jump to your plank, lower down. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing, warrior 1. Left heel turns in, drops into the midline, right foot forward, bend the knee, nice long stance. Lift the arms for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the arms lifted. Straighten the right foot, leg, turn the foot in. Roll around, face the back of your mat. Exhale, bend. 1, 2. Think about the right hip, right shoulder squaring forward. 4, 5. Reposition warrior 2 on the left side. Reposition the arms, open the right hip back and open. 2. Shoulders over hips. 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Turn to face the front of your mat. Bend the right knee. 1. Keep the arms lifted. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cartwheel the hands either side of the right foot. Slide your foot back to plank. Knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Look forward. We're going to work on how to jump or step through to seated. To get into seated, you're going to take your right foot, cross it, across and forward as close to your left wrist as possible. And you're going to crisscross the leg behind, open the knees, lower the bum down, and you arrive into seated. Good. Straighten the legs out in front of you, toes drawing back towards you. Sitting in a nice lifted position through the chest, so we're not rounding through the back. Closing the hip flexor gap, lifting the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down, and press the palms into the floor. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. They're not forward, they're not back. Directly underneath the shoulders, fingertips facing forward. Dandasana, staff pose. From here, lightly press the backs of the knees down to engage through the quads. Toes drawing back towards you. Chin lifting towards the chest. Chest lifting towards the chin and chin slightly tucked. Pressing and creating contraction through the body for 2. Good. Draw the lower belly in. 3. Deep breathing. 4. 5. Good. Release. Paschimottanasana, intense west stretch or forward fold. Lift the arms. As you exhale, you're going to reach forward and take the peace fingers and wrap them around the big toe. Now, if you can't reach that, bend your knees. Good. From here, you'll notice that, as I was saying at the beginning, this is a similar one as our standing Padangusthasana when we forward fold. And now we're almost mimicking the standing positions. Breathe in, lengthen, rise through flat back position. And as you exhale, very gently drop forward. Tuck the chin and gaze to the big toes. So we don't want a deep rounding through the spine. Just reach your end range maximum here. So we want to feel it through the back of the legs and a little bit through the lower back. And in Ashtanga, the primary series here, we actually have 3 forward folds from here. So as you breathe in, you rise to flat back. Now, if this is your maximum and you feel that you can't go anywhere else, you're going to do this for 15 breaths. Otherwise, the hand positions change. The hands wrap around the sides of the feet now. We rise to flat back. And as you exhale, we come in a little bit deeper and we take another 5 breaths. 1. You can, of course, do this with the knees bent, working on pressing the heels away from you with every exhalation. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, rise to flat back. Now the third and final one introduces what we call the wrist block, where you forward fold and the arms extend past the feet. We turn the palms away and one hand, the index finger and thumb, wraps around the opposite wrist. Now this is a very intense deep forward fold. So again, if you're having to compromise through your lower back, just come into the earlier positions to get a feeling of what the wrist lock may feel like. Again, you could bend the knees to get that sensation, but of course there's no pressure. We'll take one more deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, rise to flat back. Exhale, release. In the seated sequence of the primary series, we are introduced to a lot of chaturangas or vinyasas traditionally through every single pose. We do one side vinyasa and then we do the other side vinyasa. That is going to keep the heat, the strength through the body. But as we get introduced to this, it can be a lot. I mean, I think there's something like over 100 vinyasas and chaturangas. But what we can do is build up to it. So if you're familiar with it, you're going to work on that, and we'll talk a little bit more about it in the coming days. Otherwise, you're going to bend your knees, feet off of the floor, hands to mat. And you're going to inhale, rock back, and as you exhale, just try and squeeze everything together. So it's this motion to start. So inhale, exhale, good. If you've got that nice and easily, you're going to drop the feet, press into the hands, inhale, create that small ball. Exhale, lift. Good. And that's all we'll do for this session. Straighten out the legs. Our third and final seated position for today is Purvottanasana, which means intense east pose. So if we think the direction of the body, intense west pose is a forward fold. Intense east pose is when the body is going to lift up. So to achieve this, hands come behind you, fingertips spread wide, and the fingers are facing forward. If there's any issues with the wrists, you're welcome to take them out to the side. Traditionally, hands are forward. Now from here, there are options for this pose. The first option, particularly if you're suffering from lower back issues or shoulder issues, you're just going to roll the shoulders back and lift the chest, thinking about extending through the spine, and take your 5 breaths here. If you feel okay or you're not sure, if you're new to the pose, I recommend bending the knees hip distance apart, and as you breathe in, we're going to lift the pelvis up, pressing the knees away, trying to get a nice straight line through the front of the body, working into the shoulders and taking the head back. If you feel that that's okay, you're fairly familiar with the pose, we work into the full variation. Imagine there's a zip lock between the legs and you're extending the toes away from you. We move into position 1, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back and down. But keep looking forward, chin up to chest. And as you breathe in, you're going to lift the pelvis and drop the toes to the floor. Once you have that, the gaze comes back. 2, take your breath. 3, squeeze the bum, lift the hips. 4, and 5, chin to chest, lower all the way down. For me, that's a really intense pose. Things to think about with that pose: make sure you're not over pushing forward, not over contracting the toes because you'll get a little bit of cramp. And the key thing here is make sure your hands aren't too narrow, because as you come back, you want to create the space for the shoulders to roll back in. So we've looked at Dandasana, staff pose, Paschimottanasana A, B, and C, and Purvottanasana, intense east pose. And there are 3 first positions of the seated series for today. Well done. Let's come into your 4 closing positions. Come into your cross-legged seated position, hands behind the back, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold, yoga mudra, sealing in the benefits of your practice for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rising up. Release the hands, take the index finger and thumb together. Tuck the chin, soft gaze or close the eyes. 10 deep Ujjayi breaths here. One more deep inhale, exhale. Open the eyes, release the hands. You Pluti, cross the legs nice and tight, plant the hands. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale. See if you can lift the bum for 1, 2, keep looking forward. 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, release. Well done. Lie onto your back, Shavasana, taking rest. So just stay here for a few more minutes. The longer the physical practice becomes, it's said that the longer we need to take and rest. So the more we do, the more we need to balance it out with our Shavasana. Allowing everything to soak in. And allowing the inner waters to still. Begin to take a deeper breath back into your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. When you're ready, bending the knees, rolling over to your right hand side. And slowly, slowly making your way up to seated. Taking the hands to prayer. Take a lovely deep inhale, exhale with and on. Namaste. Well done. Thank you. And well done. You've made it to day 8 of a 21-day challenge. 21 days seems so far away, doesn't it? But so week 2, we start looking into the seated position. So have a look on that sheet that I send out in the emails every day. If you've got any questions about those forward folds or the intense east fold lift, Purvottanasana, then let me know. And tomorrow we'll be adding 2 more positions on in our practice. So thank you very much for joining me. If you've got any questions, let me know. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.